Welcome to another video from Guilao 60. Today we're going to be talking about 5 different types of food that are a little bit strange. We wouldn't think of eating in the West, but in China it's just a normal thing. I have a list so I don't screw it up. And I'm going to go from what's the least gross in my eyes to the grossest. So it's a list of the 5 strangest foods. Well, maybe not even strangest, but 5 foods that we just wouldn't eat in the West unless you're a hillbilly like my buddy Norman. And I'm not going to give you his last name. Everybody that knows me knows who he is anyway. Feet. Chicken feet. Duck feet. Pig's feet. I eat them all now. To begin with, I didn't. Chicken feet in steamed chicken feet with oyster sauce and soy sauce, or duck feet in taro root sauce. Oh, so good. Pig's feet with all of the fat and oh boy, they're so good. But in the West, people would look at that and say, I don't want to. So another thing, the number 4 would be heads. They're eating heads here all the time. I got introduced to this fairly early in my Chinese life. We were at a grave sweeping holiday down in Bobai, and Alugo, he's a cousin. Alugo isn't his real name. I don't know what his real name is. Everybody just calls him Alugo. And that means, in Bobai language, one who cries easy, because when he was a child, he used to cry easily all the time. So now he's 40-some years old, and everybody still calls him Alugo. So we're having this grave sweeping day for the dead people. And Alugo, around dinner time, he's walking out the door with a pig's head, a boiled pig's head on a plate. And I'm thinking, well, he's going over to the shrine, and it's going to be an offering to the dead people or the gods or something. Then he goes over to the outside table and puts it in the middle of the table. That was dinner. Pig's head for dinner. I ate part of the nose. It actually wasn't that bad. And the cheeks are pretty good. But they were digging into the brains and eating the ears off of it. Juador, or pig ear in Chinese. Yeah, I know. Chicken heads. We were having chicken the other day, and in China, well, they give you the head as part of your chicken, and they cut it in half. But there was a little thing on one of the halves there, the floppy red thing that's on the top of a chicken head, or some chicken heads, not all chicken heads. I always thought it was on rooster, but they've got chickens over here, like female chickens with this on the top. Anyway, so I look over just as Wei Fang was grabbing this head, and she takes a bite out of that. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to kiss her today, or maybe not even tomorrow, or this week. And then she went on to eat the rest of the head and suck the brains out and eyeballs out, and like, I've eaten a duck head before, and actually, it's not bad, but it was barbecued duck head, and I was drinking a little bit more than I should have that day, and I was eating duck, and I just didn't notice what I picked up, and by the time I figured out what I was eating, it was half done, so I just finished it off, and it wasn't really that bad, So one of the other heads that the Chinese like to eat is fish heads. Okay, well, when they've got these little green catfish that they'll steam up, and the head is the first thing to go. They like the head, even to the point where, when we were in Saskatchewan and Wei Fang and I'd go fishing, we go home, and she'd steam a walleye, a pickerel, and she would eat the head, and I would eat the rest of the body, the meat part, the good part, of course. But she would say, well, the head is better, and I'd say, no, the body's better. Well, and the debate goes on to this day, but she still eats the head and I eat the body when we go fishing, and we catch lots of walleye because we're both really good fishermen people. But you know, so the idea that heads, they like the heads. It's the brains, the eyeballs. What does Wei Fang say about pickerel lips or walleye lips? They're crunchy. Oh yeah, crunchy walleye lips. Pig's head, duck head. They eat goat head here. They eat all different kinds of heads. It's what they eat. Another thing, and this is getting interrupted by some Chinese people that are talking, but that's okay. It's their country. They can talk if they want. Brandy did. Anyway, I'm going to class these other ones, number 3, into the same. Turtles, snakes, and frogs. They eat turtles, snakes, and frogs. Well, snakes aren't so bad. I've seen that before in Arizona, where rattlesnake barbecues and stuff. But frogs? I've heard frog legs, but not just frog legs. They eat the whole frog. You know, and turtles. Well, there's the different types of turtles. There's the ones with the round head that we know as turtles, and then there's these ones with these sort of a pointy head that it's got a shell and stuff, but I don't know whether it's a turtle or not. But they make soup out of these, and it's supposed to be medicinally good for you. Well, I had turtle soup in Kaiping when I was doing some immigration work, and the guy that owned the hotel, I was working for him, and they had made turtle soup because this was, I guess, a delicacy, and it was expensive and whatever. So I had to eat it. It was the grossest. It was like the skin and the fat, and it was just, it's what I thought it would be. It was just a disgusting thing, and I wish I had never eaten turtle soup, but hey, and it's an experience in itself. Wei Fang has soup in the morning. This is number 2. And it gets, you know, and if frogs and snakes and turtle soup is number 3, number 2 is even grosser. So innards. Wei Fang eats innard soup. Like there's hearts and there's kidneys, and I can understand that, but not the intestines, chicken intestines and pork intestines, pig intestines. And she has a soup where you can see there's all these little intestines. Like, I like my soup in the morning, but I like beef soup or pork soup or sautan, which is a sort of a sausage. It's really good. But if you have all of that to choose from, and you choose to have pig innard or chicken innard soup, well, that's just disgusting and strange. That's what I think. And the number 1 most, what I would say, disgusting thing that I see in China is people eating dog meat. I'm not sure. I'm going to do a wet market video, and there's a shop there that has dog meat in it. Not only do they have dog meat in it, but they have caged dogs that are like 5 of them in a small cage, and they're there to be slaughtered and killed. And they do it right in front of people, and they yelp and they scream, and they, you know, so it's not only disgusting, but it's cruel in our eyes. But in the Chinese eyes, dog meat in Guangxi province is just another meat as far as they're concerned. But being a Westerner and somebody that's had dogs as pets in the past, the number 1 weirdest, I'm not going to say disgusting food, because I'm going to do a top 5 disgusting foods, and boy, they've got some pretty disgusting foods over in China here. But these are the ones that a Westerner, of the normal foods, a Westerner would say, no, I think I'll pass. Give me a bowl of rice and some vegetables, I'll skip the meat. So these are the I guess the 5 top meat products that a Westerner would not want to eat. And that's just a short, I'm going to be doing the top 5 of a bunch of different things, and I'm going to put it in the playlist under top 5 on the YouTube channel. So it's just sort of something that it could be different from what other people think, but this is my thoughts on some of the foods in China that are just a little bit left of center or right of center, depending on which political party you're in. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you like these videos, as always, comment, share, like, subscribe. Let me know you're out there. Thanks for watching.